Sometimes people's biggest issues coming to South America is just deciding where to go on this massive continent. And it is a massive continent, very diverse continent, so many different languages and cultures and people. So, deciding what to do when you're down there can be a little bit challenging, especially for people that don't have, a year to go explore. So the way I always break this up is divide South America into three distinct parts, okay, based on generally what people want to see in this incredible continent. And the way I break it up is, again, three parts. The first one would be what we call the Altiplano countries, the highland countries of South America. So we're talking here about Ecuador, Peru, and Bolivia. So what's the fascination with this particular portion of South America? And really here, I always call this the heart of cultural tourism in South America. People want to, see perhaps indigenous dress, hear Quechua being spoken, not Spanish. So if that's really what you're after, probably these three countries are great. We have these incredible sites, Machu Picchu and the salt flats of Uyuni in Bolivia. So lots of incredible sites here, but again, it is a lot about that indigenous culture, the terrific markets, and that really interesting Incan culture and history. Now, when we cross the continent, we get into what I call sort of the second segment of tourism down here. We're talking about northern Argentina, Uruguay, and much of Brazil. So what's the big draw here? Well, again, we are talking about a massive part of the world, but generally speaking, people are coming here for a couple of things. One would be the great beaches down the coastline of Brazil. So, if you're thinking, beaches are your thing, well, definitely stay away from the Pacific side of South America. There isn't really too much in terms of, those beautiful white sandy beaches. But maybe more importantly, much different immigration patterns to this part of South America. A lot of Europeans settled here, so it has a much different feel. Okay, so this great architecture in these very sophisticated cities. So there's a big difference, from going to Quito or Lima, where it's that indigenous culture, much different feel than coming to Montevideo or Buenos Aires or Rio de Janeiro, because again, as a Westerner, we often feel more comfortable off the bat in a place like Buenos Aires, which is a lot more European influenced. So, that's sort of the second type of tourism, people looking for that sophisticated culture in South America. And the last segment, I always look at it in terms of tourism here, is the bottom 4,000 kilometers, couple thousand miles of South America. This is the Patagonia region. And this region, especially the western part of this bottom cone of South America, is really terrific for the wilderness. Okay, it's generally all about the wilderness, the nature, the hiking, and the outdoor opportunities. We have, the southern cone of the Andes is absolutely stunning, some great parks. So generally speaking, the culture here is very European. It's very sparsely populated part of South America. So we're more here, again, for the outdoor experiences, the very unique nature and stuff like that. So, there is, of course, a whole range of stuff. There's culture in Brazil, as there is in Peru, as there is in Patagonia. But generally speaking, that's how you can sort of break up South America. Do you want the real heavy indigenous culture? Do you want that sophisticated European culture? Or do you want the nature experiences? So that's it. That's just kind of a quick intro to South America 101. Hope you learned something. Hope that was helpful. Please visit me over at www.kevinsworldvideotour.com. Thanks for listening.